It is that, now listen to me very carefully, the deep state of the federal government, that is the administrative state, these bureaucrats, these 3 million bureaucrats, many who have made laws that are not even elected that we have to follow, that deep state must be taken down and it must be destroyed. If we don't take the deep state down and destroy the deep state, we will lose our country, because it is the deep state, unelected bureaucrats, and Congress has abdicated its responsibility historically. That's why we have the deep state. They are the ones who are threatening our freedom. The founders understood this, that the freedom of the individual over here and the power of the government are inversely proportional to one another. So our great Constitution recognizes the need for government. It's limited. Article 1, Section 8 limits the specific authority of Congress, but everything else is based upon checks and balances. People don't understand the difference between a democracy, which we're not. We are a constitutional republic, Article 4, Section 4, and a republic. You want to know what democracy is? Look at the George Floyd riots. It is, in fact, the author of the Constitution, James Madison, he had this to say about, this is the guy that wrote the Constitution. Here's what he said about democracy. He said, democracy is the most vile, that is V-I-L-E, the most, look that up, Jordan, the most vile form of government. The author of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights called it the most vile form of government. John Adams, our second president, said democracies eventually commit suicide. Benjamin Franklin had the best line. He said this, he said, you know, democracy is like 2 wolves and a lamb meeting at high noon and voting on what they're going to have for lunch. You see, the Constitution, our constitutional republic, our Constitution is built upon checks and balances. Checks and balances. The executive checks the legislature and vice versa. We have this divided government notion from Montesquieu. We have, and by the way, one of the greatest checks and balances in the Constitution is the great electoral college. Don't ever let these leftists try to talk you into it. It is not fair. The founders understood 250 years ago that unchecked, these big blue cities are full of incestuous corruption. And the electoral college is what has protected us from New York and Los Angeles and Boston and San Francisco putting presidents in the United States into the White House. So we're going to either protect our country or not. We have got to take out the deep state. And the way you do that, now listen to me, the way they say that you kill a cancer is you starve it of sugar. The way you kill the deep state is you starve it of money. And the way you starve it of money is you abolish the Internal Revenue Service and you repeal the individual income tax system. You do that, you starve it. Can you imagine how many American industries would come back into this nation once the income tax is gone for good?